Hey guys, welcome back to South 10 Beer Reviews. We've got a special beer tonight, and it's special for many reasons. But the two main reasons is I got this from Craft Beer Kings. I purchased a few beers from them, and just want to say that the whole experience was great. As far as picking the beers on the app, and then also the shipping was super fast because it was coming from California. And I'm in Tennessee, so I think it took like 3 days, which is really good. So, anyway, the other reason is that it's a beer from El Segundo, and I guess they're out of El Segundo. Is that a city? I think. Yeah, it is. Okay, so that's where they're out of. But this is a beer that they did a collaboration with Stone Cold Steve Austin. So this is their Steve Austin's Broken Skull IPA. So Stone Cold is awesome, dude. I mean, me and my friends grew up being obsessed, and I mean that, like, obsessed with professional wrestling. So we actually went to WrestleMania. I don't remember which one it was, but it was in Houston, and we drove the whole way in a 2-seater truck. It had the back seat, but it was like the fold-down seats that came from the sides, and it was the most miserable drive that we've ever taken. At some points, there was people laying in the back seat. There was 4 of us, not the back seat, the back, like in the bed, and it was just a crazy experience. And we went to the Hall of Fame ceremony the night before, and I'm pretty sure Stone Cold was inducted that night, if I'm not mistaken. I know he came out on his 4-wheeler and all that stuff, and it was fantastic. It was just such a cool thing. I don't watch it anymore or anything like that. I haven't in many years. But it was a fun time, and it brings back a lot of childhood memories. Unfortunately, beer drinking does not. But anyway, this should be a fun beer, man. I think it's a West Coast IPA, and I mean, from what I've gathered, I think they do some good beers. So this one was canned on April 14th, so we're like a month old. This says Broken Skull India Pale Ale, a badass 6.7% IPA designed by Steve Austin and El Segundo Brewing Company for the working man and woman. It features Citra, Cascade, and Chinook hops to deliver a big flavor with an easy finish. Now stop reading and start enjoying this awesome beer. Cheers. And it's got his signature skull on it and all that, so it's got the barbed wire, and it's just, I don't know, it's cool. I saw this one on there, and I'm like, dude, I've been wanting to try this for many years. Let's give it a try. Also, I've seen him, I think I saw some clips where he was, drinking this in the ring, pouring it, like the Stone Cold, pouring it all over his face, and it was this beer. But, pouring pretty light, actually, compared to some West Coast IPAs, which I'm guessing is what this is. But, it's got that pale gold color going on. Straw lights. I mean, it's pretty light. But that's what it. Yeah, I mean, it looks like an IPA, but very light compared to some of the other West Coast IPAs. So I don't know if they're using crystal malt in this. On Untapped, this is getting 3.86. So cool stuff. Let's see if it calls for a hell yeah or not. Let's smell it. Wow, that smells really nice. I don't know for sure what that aroma that I'm getting is. It's something familiar. I really wish I could describe that specific thing that I'm getting. But other than that, I mean, it's getting a lot of good, nice citrus fruit, though. It's got just a slight bit of a pineapple thing. You get a little bit of a breadiness. It really doesn't smell like a West Coast IPA, so I'm wondering if this might just be like a New School IPA, like a juicy IPA that's not really a New England, but, just New School, juiciness. Oh, man, I wish I could figure out what that is. I don't know if that's yeast character that I'm getting or if it's a hop thing, but it's very, very familiar, and I wish I could tell you what it is. Maybe it'll come to me in a minute, but let's try it. Citrusy, pineapple, bready, light bready note. Smells nice. Yeah, a little different on the palate. A little bit more bitterness than I was expecting. I'm not saying it's very bitter at all, but it is a little bit more bitter than I thought it was going to be. That thing that I'm talking about still drives through, though. I don't know what that is, man. It's driving me nuts. It's like got a pithiness to it. Like an orange pithiness or something like that. Maybe some like orange peel going on as well. I would say the biggest thing I take away from it is the citrusiness. It doesn't taste like a typical West Coast IPA, though. I'll give you that. Definitely, I don't think they're using any crystal malt in this, which is usually something that I usually pick out in a West Coast IPA, because I think the crystal malt does something with those hops and gives it like a candied fruit characteristic. And this is not doing that. This is just more hop forward with that bready note. It's citrusy. But at 6.7%, doesn't really, it drinks a little lighter, in my opinion. It says easy finish, which it does. It's not super bitter on the back end. I feel like I'm getting most of the bitterness like mid palate, and then it dries up pretty well on the back end. It's a good beer. I mean, it's nothing crazy. I'm happy that I've tried it. I mean, I would drink it again. That's, for sure. So, yeah. Stone Cold, I mean, I would be happy with this if I collaborated on this beer and this was named after me. I would be pumped about it. I would drink it every day. So, as I said, though, it's nothing crazy, but it's something that I could drink on a regular basis. So, we'll kind of leave it at that. Let me know if you've had this beer, and let me know what you think of it, and we can talk about it. So, as always, like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next video. Cheers.